ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Bob Does Sports podcast. Good to be back. We took about a month off. We've been pumping these things out a ton. It's a leaner crew. Everybody looks leaner right now. We were talking about it today. Stubby's lost the weight. Yams, Pop today lost some weight. The D-Man's been so it's a lighter crew, which Ticket says is my worst nightmare. That's not true. It's not true. But there is a lot to get into. But fellas, good to be back.
I would say so. I feel like we're firing these things out left, right, and center. So hopefully we have a lot more to talk about today on today's episode. We haven't done one in a while.
Out of the gate, I want to get right into it. Jensen, who has been taking some liberties, and look, he's getting comfortable, and that is good. He takes his licking as far as when we give him shit. We definitely give him a lot of shit. But what happened? He made the executive decision that he was going to come from Orlando today, and I don't think anybody knew.
He sort of mentioned it, and I don't think anyone was like, "No, you don't need to." I think he took, he took ownership of the podcast and felt like that was just a unilateral decision for him to hop on a train with equipment down here. I don't know. He didn't organize any space to do it in. No. Didn't really nail down a day or time. He just got on a train, which apparently is stuck on the tracks. So I think he's getting off and getting right back onto Orlando.
Sure is.
Well, the thing is, we're in the middle of a film weekend. So we filmed a week ago or a week or two ago. We filmed a couple times, and he was here. And then he's like, all right, I'll see you next week. I'll come down to film the pod. And I think I assumed that when he's like, I'll come down next week, that meant he was going to participate, like get a hotel here as he does every once in a while, stay for a few days, film BDS episodes, and then in that time also record a pod. And I guess I should have looked deeper into it because then earlier this week he started hounding us about filming this podcast. And everybody's like, more than he normally does. And everyone's like, something's up here. I guess he has plans this weekend. So he wasn't coming to film for Bob Does Sports, but he still wanted to do the pod. And I never put two and two together until today. He's like, I'm on the train. And we were like, you're coming all the way here to film the video podcast? You're going to turn around and
I do remember him mentioning coming down. I do remember that, but I don't remember him ever being like, okay, I'm coming, like this is the time, or like I don't remember any follow-up to. So now he's just going to get to Jupiter and then come back. I kind of feel bad about it, but he's being a little prick sometimes. He's getting a little snippy.
Well, he did mention like 5 times in the chat, like he'd keep asking, like, "Yo, can we do this podcast?" And nobody. Usually, people responded by starting a new conversation about something completely different. But the weird thing is like there's just no reason for you to come if it's just a podcast.
Yes,
and then he's given us lip about it.
Well, I thought that he was going to be partaking in some of the filming for Bob Does Sports. So I was like, okay, we'll talk about when we're going to film the pod once he gets here. So I didn't respond to like, the podcast it'll happen when it happens. He's going to be here for several days. We'll film it when it works for all of us. At some point, we'll talk about it. I had no idea the kid was just coming here for one, for one pod sesh and then heading back. I mean, like that doesn't seem, anyways. I often don't understand what goes through his mind, but I will say this: he's taken it seriously. That's he wants the pod to be good. So I'll look at it glass half full and say at least he's trying to do a good job. Now the communication could be better on both sides for sure, but also too, sometimes I don't understand what goes on in that head of his. That's just I don't.
I think he would probably say the same thing about you, though.
Sure.
He's wondering too there.
The communication was definitely, both sides were at fault. The communication on our side was definitely, you said the communication on both sides. I think only our side was not good about it. But on the other side, it's just crazy that he even wanted to come just for the one day.
Well, then even just to expense for the train,
and then just to give us the attitude. But he had been asking us all week, and no one responded to him.
But
I think Orlando
he never hit me or you. He never even said like, we need the cameras, we need this, we need, like, there was nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
It was just like, I'm here, and I don't know. I think I think he's taken a couple. Now he's been in a few episodes, and we haven't done a pod in a while. So we had another 9-iron incident with him, and I think he's taken it. I think that he's taken a few more licks. To now he wants to provide a couple licks, if you know what I'm saying. And personally,
me a little bit.
That was really funny. That was really good.
It was funny. Yeah.
It was very
I didn't like it.
That was good. No,
listen,
but
it's always
shows that
the best place to take shots are on an airplane, okay, and on a train. Like from your phone, you can throw darts from an airplane because you're in a different zone. Like you think you'll never land, so you're like, I'm never gonna have to face this, but he is gonna have to face you on a course, and you're gonna look at him and you're gonna say, what was the deal with that shot you took at me? And then he'll have to respond.
Jack, can I tell you the truth? I think some of your best work is on an airplane.
Oh, I know.
I know.
I think it's some of his best A-list stuff. Well, when he's not like hoodie over, ready to kill the world, like when he's actually participating in the group chats on the plane, I think he's some of his best material by far.
Airplanes hit. I think it's a thing. I'm not even joking. I think it's a thing that when you're at altitude like that, your brain functions a little differently.
I was kind of thinking that, like speed. You think like speed is just like aiding blood flow, and then that's just just making your brain work better.
You ever notice how movies hit a little different on an airplane? Like if you're watching one.
Well, not for Bob when he tried watching
The Godfather.
No, but I'm saying like sad
5 minutes.
Sad movies are sadder, and like funny movies are funnier, as far as I'm concerned. When you're at altitude.
Yeah,
hey, let us know in the comments. All right.
That was a long flight, man. Watching The Godfather on that flight, that was long, man.
Well,
I was
sitting
sitting right next to this guy, man, and I saw him pause this movie every 2 minutes, man. This movie never got a fair shake out of this guy. Every 2 minutes, he was just hitting the pause, looking down at his phone. 10 minutes later, he comes back for another 2 minutes. It was great.
And then, like, you'd see, like, I turned to, like, next thing you know, Anthony Bourdain, you said, was on the screen, like, for, like, 10 minutes, and then I went back to The Godfather. I just couldn't get comfortable, dude.
I'll tell you what I really liked. I just took the Delta flight. They have the live TV. I like that a lot because if there's a game on or something like that, you could just tune in like nobody. It's great.
I'll tell you who doesn't get enough credit. JetBlue has maybe the only complimentary Wi-Fi in the game, and they also. With JetBlue, Delta you got to pay.
No, it's free now.
No, it is free.
Well,
is it really good for them?
But you got to be a member, though. I don't even think you need to be a member with JetBlue.
But JetBlue, you just connect. But that's fair from Delta. If they're going to do the free Wi-Fi, I think that's fair. But JetBlue also gives you the free snacks, too. They have a little cubby.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever go back up for more? Like, I feel like that's kind of pushing your, like they're like, oh, the snacks are up here. Some people will go up near the bathroom and just grab more. Do you do that?
Oh, yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Bob goes down to hotel lobbies for more cookies at double.
Yeah.
He's got no shame in the game.
No, that's no problem at all.
Your eyes.
If you're on a normal flight though, like United or something, and you're just sitting in a regular seat, the gall that it takes to ask for a second bag of pretzels is ridiculous. I mean, they treat you like a criminal.
I feel like too, like if sometimes I want like a coffee and an ice water, but I hate asking for two. Like I it's hard to say, can I have a coffee and a water? You kind of got to pick.
You know what's crazy to me? When they ask you what, like, anywhere else, if I'm in a restaurant or anywhere, like somebody asks like what I want to drink, I have like a million options right out of my head at my disposal. When I'm on an airplane, they're like, what do you have to drink? The two things I think of are Coke, ginger ale, and water. And I can't think of anything else. Like, but I'm saying like, it's like, because I don't know what they can provide. It's like, they probably got orange juice and not much else.
That's the only time I see ginger ale ordered is on airplanes. You'll never be at like Blackbird and somebody orders ginger ale.
I think it's
Mott's tomato juice.
Because they just decided that like it's obviously like I guess maybe it is. It's just a scheme. It's not like since when did ginger ale become the official drink of flights? The real telling sign is if they give you the can or if they pour you a cup and hand you a cup. That's how you know if you're on a legit airline or you're on a fraud airline. Because if you ask and they pour you a cup and hand you the cup and keep the can for fucking 27B, they can fuck off.
Sure. Or they give it to you in the ice, and whether or not they give you the rest of the can.
Yeah, exactly.
Another one, right? Like if they give you the rest of the can, that's a good person.
Listen, I open my own cans. You give me the cup and the can, and I'll handle the business.
You know who's got a stranglehold on airlines are those Biscoff cookies. And
they stink.
Oh, see, I disagree. I like those. Really? You don't like those?
Nah.
Oh, I think
I
those
hate
are
them
great.
too.
I think
really?
Disgusting.
If you're trying to sell drinks, hand out those cookies because they'll make you parched in 20 seconds.
I dip it in the coffee. It's great in the coffee. Do you like those, Joe?
They're okay. There's these other cookies that they have sometimes that have like the honey inside of them. Do you know what I'm talking? Those are really good. Like the wagon ones. They're like circular with like honey inside. I love those. But I'm not crazy about those Biscoff. I'll have the pretzels. But then those
pretzels.
They make you thirsty as well. Yeah. So you just fucking
JetBlue has the goldfish now. That's always a great play. Yeah, that's always a good
That's a nice touch.
Yeah.
Or occasionally, sometimes these guys will have Cheez-Its. That's a nice touch too.
Delta also had the Sun Chips. Those
are great.
Good.
I love the Sun Chips. I don't think there's ever been a bad pizza flavored item. Like Pringles pizza flavors fire. Goldfish pizza flavor is terrific as well.
You ever have the combos? The combo pizza flavor?
Oh, I never had that.
That's
those
next
are goated, dude.
Perez had the best ever goldfish. What are they? Double baked or some shit? What are the ones?
Oh, the Cheez-Its. Extra toasty Cheez-Its.
Extra toasted.
Yeah, I mean that is the Cheez-Its.
It is.
The extra toasty has replaced normal Cheez-Its.
Once you go to that level, you can't go back to a normal Cheez-Its.
How good is that water, Lee? The best water.
But I got a little IV in it. I got a little little hydration in it. I need.
Essentia is
I don't mean to drink it. I'm hurting.
Essentia is the best. They really are. I love Essentia. All right. Let's chat a little bit. Some developments is the Joe Versmo. Unbelievable what's going to be happening with this. So tomorrow we got our guy, and what I like is Cutsy's really kind of guiding us to the pizza. Like Cutsy has a hit list in his head of guys that he's want to take. So he's kind of made it easy on us. So we had a little interview with him. Cutsy hasn't seen him. I talked to him for a couple minutes. Yams, you came on in just a couple minutes. We're going to be filming that tomorrow. I mean, our thoughts going into that series, boys. What do we think for Joe Versmo coming?
Dude, Cutsy's like Steve Buscemi and Billy Madison, where he's just got that list and he's just crossing.
Except I don't have lipstick on, Pop.
Dude, Bob was like, "Can you just join this real quick to vet this guy?" So I click on the link. The guy joins. Bob's like, "So, why do you hate Cutsy?" That's like, all right. It was very funny. But I will say, I came at this. I've changed my opinion completely. I originally was like
a fan of it.
I thought it was good. Not that I wasn't a fan of it. I thought it could go sideways, and like I didn't want there to be like hostility, whatever. I want a full blown like fist fight now. I want this to be as like intense, only because obviously I don't want a fist fight, but only because you are taking it very seriously. You want to beat these clowns, like you're holding like serious personal vendettas against them, and I think it's going to be impossible to contain. So I think at a certain point, whether people are timid or not, by hole 4 or 5, you're going to make a putt, and the floodgates are going to fucking open, and it's like letting the fucking cat out of the bag. I won't be able to do anything.
Let me ask you, D-Man, like, what are you thinking, like, going into tomorrow? Do you want it bad?
I do not want to go 0-1 to start the series. I do not want to be down. I want that one to be securely with a dub, not a loss. Like,
can you imagine the Joe Schmo series? Just 10 episodes in, he's 0 for 10. They're just all kicking his ass.
Schmoes were 100% right. Schmoes had it just nailed down.
Well, you know what? There's a lot to prove because here's the thing. Like, it's not so much about me saying, "Look how good a golfer I am." It's more so to say that like people like when I put that I was an 8 handicap, they doubted. Like I don't lie about like what I can shoot, and there's times I'm god fucking awful, like just terrible. But there are times too, and FP, I think you and Bob can both attest, where I get in the groove and like I feel good and I can put some holes together and I can play pretty good golf. So I am going to talk a lot of shit. I am going to really try to like mentally wear these guys down to a fucking nub. And that's just the way it is. It's not going to be like, like I know Riggs does his series and he's very genteel and very polite and very nice. And like, I respect that. That's not what you're going to get on this. It's going to be mental warfare. And like, you saw that episode when I made the putt and I looked at Jet and I flipped him the bird and went up. Like shit like that will happen. If I make a big fucking shot, I will let it fly. I'm not going to hold back because you're coming on this episode basically saying that you hate me, that I shouldn't be part of the show, that I don't have a place to belong. So this is kind of like not the revenge tour, but this is an opportunity for me to like silence some of the critics,
I don't know if we can get like what he has said, but from what I've seen, it has been a lot of Joe needs to leave the show. Like he's definitely taken some shots, not just like, oh, his golf game stinks. It's been definitely some shots. So,
are you riding with him, Joe?
No.
Yeah, I think we got to keep them separate. I mean, what do you guys think? I would think we keep them separate. I really do. I think you have to.
I want him to be in the car by himself where he needs to put a GoPro on there and see where he goes mentally and like, kind of have to deal with it on his own.
The series I don't think would work for like me and FP, like, cause I wouldn't like go at somebody's neck on the course. Like I just wouldn't. It's not me.
What's going on, folks? It's your guy FP. I have made a commitment this year to make it to a Buffalo Bills home game. Have to do it. It's the last year in the old stadium. If I'm not going to do it now, when will I do it? And I have just the folks that are going to help me do that. Our friends over at SeatGeek. They're the sponsor of today's podcast. You can go on here, find tickets all over the place. We got 28 million downloads, over 70,000 events on this thing. And you just go through, you find the section you want. It's got the green dots when you're getting a good deal and the red dots where maybe you're not getting such a good deal and you want to move on, look for a better section. They don't want to just help me get to a Bills game. They want to help you get to your next event. Use promo code BDS Podcast 10 for 10% off your next ticket order. What's not to love? You're going to go to the game anyway. You want to go to the game anyway. Let this be the 10% that gets you there. NBA and NHL are not far away. Download SeatGeek now. This is a place to get your tickets. Again, BDS Podcast 10 for 10% off your next order. What's not to love? Let's have it.
I wouldn't like go at somebody's neck on the course. Like I just wouldn't. It's not me. I think it's perfect for Cutsy because Cutsy will go at your fucking throat.
I'm going to be respectful. I'm going to say at the beginning, like, thank you for coming out and being on the show. But like, I'm going to let you know that this is the only time, like, I'm going to show you any bit of like, kindness. Like when we're in the match, it's a fucking bloodbath. That's the way it's going to be, man.
I guarantee at the end of the match, there's a line after it's over. There's like we battled it out for 4 hours, but it's good. We'll put our differences aside. And he's a good kid. Like that will happen on the 18th green afterwards.
What if he becomes like complimentary mid?
See, that's the other
video where he's like, "Damn, you actually got a little more game than I thought. You're not such a piece of shit that I thought." Are you gonna accept that? Are you gonna?
I'll take a compliment at any time, but I'm not gonna give it back. Like I am in it to win it tomorrow. I really want to bury this guy. And bury anyone who comes on the show. And by the way, like I do feel bad because a lot of people have hit me up, and I don't know how many DMs you guys got. I got a ton when we put out that we're going to do this. A lot of people were like, "Well, why can't I, as someone who actually likes you and likes the show, come on?" And you know what? Maybe in the future we can look at something like that. But right now, this is supposed to be like an intense match where the tensions are high and like both guys are trying to prove something and come out on top. And I think it changes a little bit of the dynamics of what we have. It's a little bit of a different, style of video. Now, I think Bob and FP and Jet and Ticket, hopefully you guys still provide like the comedic flair, but I'm coming for blood. Like I'm serious.
You got to take care of your enemies before you get to your friends.
Yeah,
post
game with the friends would be a lot of nice.
We will provide the comment side, so it'll still be the Bob Does Sports field. It's different from anything we've been doing, but we will step up and we'll have the comedy side, and you let Joe just do his thing. You know who I want to go in the haters cart that I think could stir the fucking pot?
Pop.
I think Pop should go in with the haters. I think he will know how to really stir the pot with them.
I could definitely stir the pot.
Yeah.
If that's what we want, I mean, I'm fair game to do that.
I'm open to anything, like whatever you guys think. I of course have my thoughts on things that we can do, but whatever you guys think, if there's something like to add, like I really want to go in with Joe to really get him fired up. Like I really want to get Cutsy cooking and get him in a good spot. But yeah, then there is these things, part of it's the suspense of not knowing who you're getting, and Riggs' matches. And again, they do it really good, but sometimes you do have people who are like all kumbaya and whatnot. And I don't necessarily think you'll get that with Cutsy. I don't think I can do this series, but like,
you got to wonder too that you have a couple things going for you. One is the cameras, right? You're very used to playing on camera. Yeah. It's nothing. It's like it's a super high advantage because these guys will come in and then they'll hit the first tee up. I don't know who was saying this. Was it Grant or somebody was saying that he was like a lot of, even when the pros come on, it's not a tour event. It's different. They're a little nervous, and I don't want to put words on it. I think Grant was saying.
Yeah, Grant was saying.
Akshay may have said something about it. So you have that, and you also have the chance that he cowers in terms of the shit talking once the cameras are on and he maybe like you don't know how he's going to react. His handicap, which is allegedly a 5, could easily be bumped up with the cameras and with the intensity. Like it's a different ball game. So you have that.
It's hard to watch somebody
I hope
else's
too, because part of it is like you say, there's people who are fans who want to play, and it's like you don't want to necessarily reward like a clown for fucking trolling, but you can be like, yeah, you're a troll and you just got your ass beat. Like goodbye. Like
there's also too, there's times where like I see DMs where people like change the narrative, like they've been so nice to me, right. And then they saw that we're doing the hater series and like I'll wax your ass, and I'm like, I appreciate that, but you're not really a scumbag. So like it's not, so
I think I sent you a couple DMs.
Yeah, sure.
But that's I like too that Joe like really kind of guided us to the people, which helps. Because I do think there are people that just want to be on the show that aren't like haters. Like Cutsy has a little bit of this hit list, and people do need to remember he's a 4 or 5 handicap. Joe, you're what, an 8?
Yeah, I'm 8.6 right now.
So he is a little bit better stroke wise, but I think when you do factor in, like Jet was saying, in the camera, I do think it evens it out. But yes, he's playing somebody who technically is a better golfer.
Well, you got to also think he's probably told all his boys that he's coming on the show, right? So like you got to think he's like he knows people that in his corner are going to be watching it. Like it's not like this is a side thing that nobody's going to see. Like people are going to watch how he plays. And, if you're coming in as a 4 and you shoot a 90 something, like that's also very tough. That's a tough look, right? And I saw on Riggs, I watched almost every single one of the hater series.
Yes.
I haven't seen really anyone, and like all of them are pretty much single digit handicaps between like a 3 to like a 6, 7, 8. Like most of the guys have not played well on his series. Like they've struggled. Now, I'm not saying that that's going to happen. This kid could come tomorrow and shoot the lights out. I'm not saying that it won't, but I have some, I have some pride going into this. I'm really happy because Jed at first was really not on board for this series. And now I talked to him today and he's already thinking about like ways to like how he's going to edit it and how him and Ticket are going to like produce it and stuff. And I think people will enjoy it. I think it gives another diverse kind of change to what we do, makes us a little bit more dynamic and offers a different video than, we used to just always do the 3-man scramble. We now have a Bob breaking 80. We have FP bursts, which, we need to run back at some point. And now we'll have this. So I think it's going to be good, but getting the people on, that's going to be the toughest, like finding the right candidates for the show.
It is hard to walk into somebody else's house, basically. Like it's our environment at the end of the day. And like whether there's cameras or no cameras, that's already a hard thing to do. But then to come in, we're all there. He knows that we're friends with Cutsy. I can see how it would be difficult to like talk shit in front of like all of his boys. And he's kind of there on his own. But hopefully, I mean, knowing Cutsy, I'm sure he found the right guys for the job. But yeah, that'll definitely, I would be very shocked if he's not at least a little nervous for the first, 3-4 holes.
That's what's cool too, is that suspense of not really knowing what we're getting. That's what the Rig series, it's like you don't know the guy you're gonna get. Is suspense too. Plus we're playing that die. I like that D-man starting off with that par 5. He could get there in 2 out of the gate with 2 big, big D-man draw. Like if you go to play D-man, play the D-man and he pumps one the first drive with how far he can hit it, it's a little intimidating.
We'll see what happens, man. I got to get to the range and dial it in. I really got to play well, because if I'm getting my ass waxed early, the dynamic of the shit talking is going to have to change, because my game's got to do some talking as well. I can't.
Sure. Do you have any specific comments you remember from this guy, or DMs maybe?
Yeah, you got to lead us to a couple of those. I
was going to look for some tonight and send them over Jets way, but like a lot of the comments was like, FP is a great golfer. Bob provides comedy. Cutsy is valueless. It doesn't provide anything for the show. Like kind of stuff like that, where like basically was calling me out that I don't contribute, that the show would be better without me. And there's been a few other clowns who've agreed with this guy, and that I take
coaching tree. The coaching tree of this schmo. Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah. I take that.
The comments on the comments.
Listen, I can take a lot of shit, whether like you don't like me and my personality, I'm a bad golfer, but when you say that I don't contribute to the channel, that I don't bring anything to the show, that I'm going to take personally, and that I'm going to bring, that's going to get me to a level where it's like, all right, you clearly don't know ball, because you don't know the dynamic between the three of us is what makes this show so fucking good,
That's right.
You take any one of us out and it's a glaring hole,
Stoops said today while we were filming, he's like, imagine like Gutsy hits up Patrick Mahomes is like, hey Pat, like you want to come on Joe for a schmo? I think you'd make a great schmo.
Think you beat me, Pat?
So it was funny when we put out that we were doing the series, Josh Allen hit us up in the Bob Does Sports DMs and said that he wanted to be the first episode, which is so funny. By the way, we will talk Josh Allen for a sec. After week 1, he told us that we were going to get the Euro step. Watching the Ravens game, it was so cool when they would get to like the 1 yard line or 2 yard line. Like I was screaming, like I was telling my road like what was going to happen and what exactly he was going to do. But when they were losing for pretty much the whole game, besides their first drive, so it was hard for him to do it then. And then heat of the moment when they came back, it was such an insane game. He hit me up after the game, like apologizing. He's like, I hope FP doesn't hate me.
Wow,
I'm like,
what a good guy, man.
Like,
That's
are
crazy.
you
just came back and had one of the greatest comebacks in NFL
as a
history.
Bills fan? I'm just happy
they won. Yeah,
I wasn't even. I mean, like, I knew once the game went that way, like once it basically needed to be the first score or a score to go up early. If it was a close game late or we were down, it's not what it's on his mind. Like, he forgot to do it all year last year for that exact reason. Like, he's winning football games.
I do feel confident you're going to get a good one.
So that's what I said to him. I said, and he didn't respond to this, but I did say, at least my Jets are coming into town, so I think you're going to have plenty of opportunities week 2. I do think that we are going to get it week 2. I think the Bills are going to be up big, and I think you're going to see it week 2.
You should have made him sweat it a little bit. He'd be like, oh, yeah, FP. He's furious. He hates you, dude. Like, you're never coming on the show again. Just a few minutes.
I'd love for it to get picked up by like one of these sports things so that they could clip it up with Josh's Euro compared to FP's. Like on Geo or one of those guys, like clip it up and him doing the Euro. Like,
who does the Euro?
I was thinking the other day, because I was thinking about the Euro in this, and I'm sure we've talked about this, FP, but there's no dance or like that is more opposite Fat Perez than the Euro. How did the Euro step become the thing?
What are you saying?
Well, it's a Euro step. It's like European, like you're Perez. Like, where did he?
I thought you meant more like the way I move.
I wasn't taking a shot at you. I'm not J-Bone.
Okay.
I was not taking a shot at you. I'm just saying, have we ever discussed that?
James Harden does it. He's not European.
Well, it's a basketball move. He's not like celebrating with the thing. I was just thinking of it earlier.
It's just a thing that like my boy, like our boys back home, we just did it. Like if anyone was like walking at somebody like down a hallway in a house or something, like I had one buddy that just like got real close and just like Euro'd by you real quick. It was always probably funnier than it should have been. So it's just one of those things, and I don't know why I did it for the first time. I did it on the, like, I'm trying to even think, like, was it something like I would do on the golf course all the time back home, but I don't know why I decided to do it. necessarily.
You did it at Pinehurst or something. I don't even remember.
Did I do it at Pinehurst?
The first time we played?
No, I don't remember.
I don't know. I mean, I definitely did it in the first video at Pelican.
Quail Lodge, we'd filmed something with you, so we knew about it because you did it when we played foreplay.
Yeah, because you were like hit the Euro on that first hole.
I got to check that
footage.
Yeah, it's funny though. Like everybody now, like Jazz Chisholm does it all the time, and people think that he's like, I do not think Jazz is a fan of the show.
I'm certain that's not why he does it. Acuna does it too, right? Yeah, Acuna ain't watching.
Acuna might be a big fan. You never know.
Yeah, I know where my money's at.
Yeah, and now it's kind of like the have a day. Anytime someone says have a day, they'll be like, they stole that from Bob, but like. In reality, like everybody had said have a day. I think maybe prior, but
I don't know. I that one I'd give you a little more credit on.
I think it was definitely out there, but it's became more popular. Way more.
I think we've contributed to that for sure. I think it's become more of like a normal phrase to like say than it was prior. I think we can take credit for that.
Sure. All right, I'll definitely take it then. All right, so stay tuned. Joe Versmo, is there anything from a production standpoint, Tick and Jet, that you guys are thinking, like any type of wrinkles or whatnot? Like, I guess you'll interview them a little bit prior. Like, what do you guys have in mind?
Well, I think we're going to film a segment with Cutsy at a later time to put into the beginning about the haters and maybe go through his DMs a little bit and maybe, just like have him just like talk some shit about the haters that he's experienced. And then I will probably, it'll be its own series. So it'll have like its own graphics and stuff. And I think honestly, I think that range time is very important. Like after, first of all, them meeting each other. And then like, I want you to like talk a little shit on that range. I mean, if you feel you want to, and let them know.
Each other up.
Yeah, like
sizing each other up out there.
He's perfect. To be honest, he's so perfect for this because he's so intense when he wants to do something, and he will be like sizing. It'll be like being at, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but it'll be like watching like a scientist observing an animal in the like wild, exactly like in a
I don't even want you guys to be on the same, like at the range. I think you guys should be on two total opposite sides of the range.
I might go right next to him. I might go right next to the stall, right next to him, to be honest.
Yeah, it's gonna
be wild.
Oh, it's going to be fun, Lee. I'm going to put those Jordan mules on. I'm going to be there nice and early. I'm going to grab me a smoothie and just, like, I would pay to watch. Like, I have never been more excited to go to film a video than I am for tomorrow. It's going to be.
Did you let this guy know when he's like he's here? Because I heard there were issues with flights and stuff.
I don't even know when we're playing tomorrow.
I don't even
9 a.m. 9 a.m.
Oh, 9 a.m.
Is he here?
What's that?
Is the guy here?
Yeah, he's here. I sent him over to Victoria, so she was doing the flights, and he's like, Bob, I need to know. I was like, yo, like, I gave you the email. Like, I looped you guys in the email. Like, go ahead. He's like, I'm sorry. I'm just like a crazy planner or whatnot. I'm like, not a problem. But, like, you guys are in the email together. Yeah. Like, going ahead for it. Then he hit me up. Where's the course? Multiple times. I was like,
you guys trying to do recon, bro. You don't get to do recon. You just show up and you play ball, man. That's what you do.
It's crazy for like his following too. Like you got to know he's told all his friends, and like he took off work. He originally wasn't going to be able to fly in, and he took off like an extra day of work. Wanted to be here a day early to grind. Like he was supposed to come in today. He got in Thursday night.
Where's he coming from?
California.
Oh,
that's a cross country. That's a commitment, dude.
This guy's flying across country just to try and kick your ass, dude.
Yeah, you know what? I hope that I added to his, personal work. It took an extra work day off just to wear that L, and that's what I hope, But
it's gonna be so much fun, dude. It's gonna be great. Stu, but for FP first, anybody you have in mind that you would want to see on an FP? Peter Finch is apparently.
Oh, sure, he's good, bro. He's good. He
is really good.
Really, anybody that's in the space. I haven't done it with Mason. I've gone on his channel a few times for some money matches. That would be a good match. I did a match I think on Grant on GM Golf. would love to have him come on. I mean, really anybody that's in space or any, any athletes and any, like, I think Santino would be good. He's like a 2 handicap.
Mm-hmm.
I think, I might have to give him a pop or two, but we'd have a good match and he's fucking hilarious. So, I mean, it's been a long time since we've done it. I think a lot of it is like, we'll get somebody for a day, or 2 days. And we want to do like a day for our channel, a day for their channel. And when we have all of us, we want to do a full video with someone and not necessarily use that day to just do an FP verse. So that's, I think it's not like I don't want to do it anymore. It's more of it's difficult. It's difficult to get FP verses in when there's so much other good content and good video ideas to potentially do with folks. So I get it. I'm playing some pretty good golf at the moment. So this would be a good time to get a couple in.
I think we just need to start planning ahead, like this Vegas trip. I hit up Minwoo, like to get guys, even for pros, even for the 3v1, to just plan ahead with these trips a little bit, see who's in the area that we can collab with. Because sometimes to go on these trips, we do videos all with ourselves that are good, but like this Vegas trip, we know is coming. There's definitely guys out there, pros out there. So
Melosi's out there in Utah.
You know who else is in
That wouldn't be. That's pretty even match.
Tony Finau.
Well, that'd be cool. I hope he doesn't check those DMs. It would be really bad.
Goose.
I would love it so much, dude. I have been hitting him up 6 years to come on the show. Justin Thomas, if he got into the DMs, that'd be bad.
So when you send a DM, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna hit him up again. Why don't you unsend the previous one so then it looks like you've only sent the one?
I think I would now, like doing it now.
It'll say you unsend.
Yeah. I think it's time frame too.
Dude, I've had some situations that we talked about this because, like, I'm sure you sent a billion DMs when you were trying to just like get involved and like so we've met people who I've then like followed them and clicked and seen like a DM from like years ago, like trying to get a job or something. It's so tough.
I used to send clips of Bob to every major like Instagram account, whether it was golf or Barstool. I used to just send those things like wildfire. But my friend is very funny. You should check out his account.
I remember
never got us anywhere.
After we played the foreplay guys, me and you were both worried, Yams, because they were like about to tag us in something, and I was like, I had hit them up, sent them every video, and you were worried too, like when they had to tag you or something that they're
going to see that those DMs like begging for jobs like 10 years ago.
Yeah. All right, let's do a little bit of a Q&A here. So excited for tomorrow, man. It's going to be so great. I can't wait to watch the D-Man work. It's going to be great, dude.
I'm going to come in hot.
Oh, I know. I can't fucking wait. All right, Pop, I'll send it to you.
All right, first question comes from Caleb.Rhines. When will we see J-Bone hit the right club?
No, never.
Is
when
that
he gets off
the train, I guess. Yeah. He ain't hitting golf clubs for a little while.
He's got too much pride. It's just like, it's so.
Have you talked to him, Jet?
About that or just in general?
Well, like you're kind of like his mentor. Like, have you talked to him about like?
Well, he's turning. I'm saying he did. I don't know if you would call me his mentor.
Yeah,
I mean,
one time, you guys were trying to get him to like talk shit about me, and he wouldn't do it. He's like, he taught me what I know. So I actually do appreciate that, and he's very good. He's very good at what he does. But he also does this thing now, which I also appreciate, where he'll post on Instagram and you think he's going to flex hitting the 9-iron, but he'll shank it.
I appreciate that too.
Laughing at himself. But inside, I just know it's fucking killing him that he can't, on a Bob the Sports video, hit a 9-iron 170. I know it is.
It is killing him. And he had a lot of chances.
Well, you should just bring his Mavericks with him next time we play. That's apparently the winning recipe for
That's just an excuse. That's, I don't want to go there.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
We got to hear it.
Absolutely. I saw him on Instagram. He when he was watching like a soccer game or something, and he did Messi. They lost, and he loves Messi, or he hates Messi. They lost, and Jensen did one of the classic like the refs banged us type deal. And I can't stand that when people, when that's the same attitude of the I can hit the 9-iron 175 no matter what you say. It's that same guy who goes on Instagram and is like, the refs rigged us of our win. It's like, no, this is reality is what happened.
He hates Messi so much, so sometimes I'll just send him a clip of Messi and be like, generational talent. And he just goes off the rails about how he's ruining the MLS. I'm like, dude, he's created awareness for the MLS in a way that no other player could possibly do that. You should be, realizing he's an advocate, and he loses his shit. He hates Messi. I don't know why.
Yeah, he also seems to be, and again, we love J-Bone. He's been doing phenomenal job. Very hard worker. I'm about to bang him. But he doesn't seem like the guy like on the golf course that can take advice too. Like, there's guys on the golf course where you can't tell them what to do or give advice. No. He doesn't seem open to learning or like taking advice from some guy who's better than him. You know what I mean? Does that make sense, or am I off?
Yeah, it does. I also hate. I don't like unsolicited advice on the golf course. So like,
you're a scratch.
I don't let That's so it's like it's an in between where like he should be asking for help, and I'm not, like you said, I'm not sure he thinks he needs it. Which is a problem because he needs it.
You're a scratch golfer. I mean, like when you see someone struggling, I think it's fair after trying to take 9 shots to hit a 9-iron 160 yards. That
it's tough. It's tough because like they're already going through it, and then you're going to sit there and be like, like, hey, I've got the secret for you, and then it's probably not going to work because it's not that easy. I can't just give you words that are going to fix it. So then you're going to get even more frustrated. I try. It's like it's like a nature photographer, Joseph. Right. You gotta, sometimes you watch a beautiful animal get killed by a predator, and you've been filming this thing for a month, and maybe you've grown attached, and you just got to let the polar bear eat the seal, dude.
It's like that octopus guy that Bob watched.
The octopus.
Yeah. You just got to let it happen.
Correct. You can't interfere.
Now, if the seal turns to you, starts speaking English and says, I need your fucking help, you can then go help the seal. But you have to see that.
All right. Let's do another one, Pop.
Next question comes from Trey.Pigeon01. What are the boys' hot takes for the NFL season so far? Future hot takes?
I think the Packers might make the Super Bowl based on what I've seen so far, dude. I've never seen a defense transform the way that theirs has. I mean, you bring Micah Parsons, obviously he's great, but like it feels like everybody on that team, like Van Ness, Key Walker, and Rashawn Gary, like they all look so much better. Like they were swarming to the ball last night. I told FP I haven't seen a defense like a performance like that in a long time as a Packers fan. And I feel like on offense, we have weapons galore. Now, Jaden Reed got hurt and Watson's still hurt, but like Tucker Kraft now looks like a stud tight end. And like Jacobs is still an unbelievable running back. And they got this Matthew Golden now, this rookie guy. So I feel like they have dismantled 2 of the better teams in the NFC. And I'm starting to buy the hype. Now, could be let down, but as of now, I see them as a legit Super Bowl contender.
I got I think people, although Purdy just got hurt, so it hurts them, and Kittle now, but I think people sleep on the Niners. I think the Niners still got it, and I still think they could be really, really good, and the team to watch out for. Again, those injuries really suck, and even like McCaffrey has to stay healthy as well. I think this isn't a hot take, but I think Pop's Eagles are just tough to get by, man. Also, like even going into the year, like even after them winning the Super Bowl, like a lot of people didn't put Jalen Hurts as like a top 5 quarterback. You got to start putting him in the conference. Like he is unfucking.
Well, he's definitely a great football player, but I think the conversation of him being a great quarterback is a different conversation. He doesn't go through his reads. He's very quick he's like Lamar Jackson 5 years ago. Like he kind of looks at his first option, and then his instinct is to run. Now, I'm going to take a lot of heat for that, but that's just the truth of it. occasionally he stands in the pocket and throws a big time pass, but like he's a great football player, and he makes he always does the right thing, and for him it's running a lot. But I think the conversation of whether he's a great quarterback is different, but that's besides the point. I agree with you, Bob. I think they're going to go back.
I think the Chiefs are going to go 0-2 this week, and I think they're going to struggle to make the playoffs.
That was my take. I think that might be all. I think that might be done. I think,
right.
And it's a combination of them and their personnel that they've kind of like brought in and out, and I think that like lack of consistency now, and the guys that they've had to pay. I think Travis Kelce's maybe a year or two left, right? And I don't even think it's just them. I think the Ravens are unbelievable. Obviously, the Bills are very good. I think that there are just teams in the AFC. You know, I think the Chargers look really good.
Yeah.
In their division, right? In the Chiefs division, that I just think that there are teams that are getting better.
Even the Steelers this year look better.
Yeah, and I think the Chiefs are at best treading water on what the kind of team they are, and I think they probably regressed a hair. Now, we'll see. You know, it's Mahomes. We'll Mahomes, but we'll see.
I think so many people are rooting to see Josh Allen make the Super Bowl now. Like, he's just such a likable guy. And where I was going with that is it's just going to be so hard because, like you said, the Ravens are so fucking good, man. And watching Derrick Henry is one of the more the fact that somebody that big can be that fast and
at this point in his career too, like he looks just as good as he's ever looked.
He looks better, to be honest.
I think the Ravens are their own worst enemy. I mean, I think I think that offense, there's no reason that offense can't go down and put points on the board every single series. Yeah. And I think that like they sometimes like make weird decisions and make weird play calls at weird times. Like, I don't know, Harbaugh has been there forever, one of the longest standing NFL coaches, but I think how do you stop an RPO with fucking Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson? Just run that shit every damn time until someone shows you that they can stock it. And, do that 15 times in a row. And then on the 16th time, just Mark Andrews up the seam. And you're just like, what do you do? Like, what do you do as a defense against that team?
And they got even like Zay Flowers.
Oh, he's really
amazing.
Good.
They're fucking.
What was actually really good is what's his name had that one-handed catch. He looked like he was risen from fucking 2000.
Oh, Hopkins, that was wild.
Yeah,
I thought you're gonna say Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah,
you want a hot take? You want to?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. I saw a pause. No, it's not even about the players. I've had enough of this clock management bullshit. I can't handle it anymore. With the coaches doing like not being able to manage their timeouts. And another thing, if you are on defense and it's 2nd and 10 and the fucking offense makes a holding penalty, just decline the goddamn penalty and let them play 3rd down instead of letting them go for 15 yards on 2nd and 20 and then convert to 3rd down. That's all I have to say.
Got a specific situation in mind on that one?
Well, a bunch. It happens I'm just so sick of stupidity in all aspects of this world. I can't handle it. Pop, please. Go ahead.
He's also retired.
I am. I watch documentaries now, dude.
I will say, dude, who had a really brutal viewing week 1? The T-Man week 1 was terrible. Bro, he gets fooled by the red zone. You know how it's delayed, so they're like, we're going to head over and we've already seen the play. Yeah, dude. He falls for that play.
There's a hand.
He had a really
But to be honest, though, I did put the hand up and I took accountability.
You did. I will get
as a dad now, I'm taking more accountability than ever before.
Sure.
It's tough. It's tough. Because he just sent some money to a Nigerian prince a few hours ago.
It's the father of one.
You know what he'll do too is like, you would agree. This happened 5 times, and then one time you snapped. Literally, a quarterback will go to throw the ball. You can't see where the receivers are. You have no idea. And he'll go, oh, my God, he's got him. And it's like, you can't see the receivers. Like, you don't know if he's got him or not.
I said he's open.
Joe's a big, put things into the space. He's a big, momentum, manifest guy.
I like to get the guys going.
He thinks he's making that person more open by saying that.
Picked off or nowhere. Yeah. He also had a legit incident, which he wasn't in the wrong on this, but he's also a big on spoiling games that you're mid-watching on slight delay with a fantasy. Like if somebody in his fantasy does something great, he's like, oh my God, touchdown, Mark Andrews. Then you look up and red zone's showing. You're like, why am I watching red zone if I have green zone to my left? Like it's
we had the Saints game up on the TV, and he was watching the Saints game on his phone, and that bothered me too.
I was in the wrong for, and I took accountability for that. But then there was another game that had the Falcons game.
Arizona.
The Falcons game wasn't even on the red zone on any of the screens. So I got excited because it was in my parlay and I had a touchdown go. And then it just so happened as soon as I said it, red zone put it up and he's like,
that's what red zone does, Joe. That's literally what red zone is.
But Jet didn't have any sauce on that game. He had no reason to get upset about it. Like he had no investment in that game. And he just wanted to fucking put me in my place.
No.
And I went at it like a jackal.
They went at it.
I didn't even know that like it was the principle of just yelling something without it happening on TV. Once it was clarified for the most part, like to me, I need you to practice doing that. So then when it is showtime, you don't do it. That's all. I didn't.
Wait, hang on. This guy you had a game on the TV and he had the exact same game on his phone.
I don't remember that.
No, it wasn't on. It was on the red zone. The Cardinals.
Oh, it was on the red zone.
The Cardinals.
No. We're talking about the Saints.
No, the Saints game. It was on the
TV.
TV
On the phone, on your phone, and we had it on the TV. And then you went, and then you said, "Okay, I'll stop."
Yeah, maybe I did. I don't know.
Why did you have them both on? Because it was faster on your phone?
I think we had gone back and forth. The one game that we didn't have it, and then we put it on, and something happened. But the second time, for sure, it was it was the Falcons game, I think, and that wasn't even on the screen. And that's when I got really upset because I was like, "What? I can't watch a game that we're not watching that I have skin in," you know."
Watching a quad box with Joe, we've all experienced, is the wildest experience. Yeah, dude, it is. And by the way, every call, every flag affects him. Like every game, he has some sort of fantasy, or it is a.
Well, we got a couple fantasy leagues, so that doesn't help, you know.
I got you this week, Petey.
Yeah, Jet dismantled me. He didn't even know he won the week.
Did he really?
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't even know.
That boy Lee got it. That boy Lee got it from Bob.
Yeah, man. I thought, so the Ravens -7 didn't help at all, but I don't think it would have mattered even if they got 0. I mean, I needed positive points from them. But would you have Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson?
That helps.
You both.
That helps.
If somebody was great in 2019, he's got
Mike Evans.
That's Pro Bowl team. My team is a Pro Bowl roster.
But you put up the most points that week. I mean, clearly they're still good today. Yeah,
it looked like you were out ahead, big Pop, and he came fighting back.
I was
so much of fantasy football, like for your quarterback, you want the other team to score. Like so much of it is like that Bills Ravens game is perfect because it's back and forth. But then you have the Packers where they pull their guys early, or if you have the quarterback and
dude,
Fields looked very good last week, Bob. You should be happy about that.
They always find a way to blow.
That was going to be my hot take. I think the Jets could make the playoffs.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Bob, they looked good, man.
They did.
They should have won that game.
They did. But their defense was really bad. They still make really dumb penalties. And then they have Buffalo, so they're going to go 0-2, and there's no coming back. Then you have to play Buffalo again. But I like Fields. I think Fields is actually really good. I really do.
Look good.
You know who likes is underrated? Last thing, you care about fantasy football. Oh, I was shocked at how intense you are about fantasy football. We're watching game and he's like, "Fuck," and I'm like, "Oh, did you lose your bet?" He's like, "No, the Teddy's guy got a 3rd down reception." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
I do. I really enjoy it because we're all playing each other. It's all pride. I really do. I really enjoy it. I'll even watch the other scores.
He won't bet a certain game sometimes if he's against the guy in fantasy. Like I'll be like, "Bob, I'm on this." He's like, "Oh yeah, no, certainly I can't do that. I'd be against Joe Burrow, and I'm going to, I can't be cheering for him when I'm against him in fantasy." I'll be like, "All right."
Yeah, it's true. But there's certain guys that I have to beat. Like I was playing Featherston week 1, so like I needed to beat him. And then like Teddy, if I play Teddy, I have to beat him. Like, you know what I mean? So, but Speaking of which, Red Sox Yankees tonight. So
Wow.
Godspeed. But that does it. Another episode, the Bob Does Sports Podcast. I will see you boys. I'll be at the course at fucking 6:30 in the morning tomorrow, boys. 9 a.m. die. Let's get down to business. Love you, boys.